statements coming just days after CNN exclusively obtained the graphic surveillance footage. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister broke the story and has this follow-up on Ventura's reaction. We want
Cassie
to
broke
warn
her
our
silence.
viewers, some of the images in her report are disturbing.
Cassie Ventura breaking
Man.
her silence for the first time since CNN uncovered
I thought
this
she couldn't
disturbing
talk.
video showing music mogul Sean Diddy Combs violently throwing her to the ground, then kicking and dragging her. On Instagram, Ventura thanking family, friends, and strangers, writing, "The outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now. But this is only the beginning. My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time." The surveillance video from 2016 also shows Combs throwing a vase at then-girlfriend Ventura in the hallway of a Los Angeles hotel. The security camera footage
That go
seeming
to
to
people like
corroborate
Slim
part of
Thug. Just
Ventura's
shut up.
2023 lawsuit against Diddy, alleging he punched Miss Ventura, giving her a black eye, then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her. The lawsuit, since settled, also referenced this.
I gotta give a special thank you.
A 2022 acceptance speech in which Combs spoke of Cassie in a much different light.
Also, Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love.
But now, with the ugly truth of his abuse caught on video, Diddy took to his own social media Sunday to respond.
I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
We wasn't going, chat. You know over here what's up, G. We wasn't going for this.
The allegations continue to pile up against Combs. This week, former model Crystal McKinney filed a lawsuit alleging
we're gonna get into her in the next video.
Sexually assaulted her in 2003. And
we're gonna get into her next, y'all.
faces possible charges related to those federal raids on his homes in March. The LA County District Attorney says the hotel video
got more
from
charges?
2016 won't lead to new charges because the statute of limitations expired. Cassie didn't address
they can't get it because
directly, but did
it's
say
an old case.
domestic violence is the issue. It broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. Advocates say cases like Cassie's are helping to turn the tide for victims of abuse.
It means that people who were too scared, they were too young, they felt that they'd be disbelieved long ago, but whose lives were altered, now have an ability to come forward and seek legal redress.
Cassie speaking directly to those victims, writing, "I offer my hand to those that are still living in fear. No one should carry this weight alone." Now, when Cassie filed her lawsuit back in November, it was filed under what is called the New York Adult Survivors Act. That is a law that created a look-back window for victims of abuse whose alleged incidents happened outside of the statute of limitations. Now, Wolf, since this 2016 video is outside the statute of limitations, the DA in Los Angeles has said that they cannot press charges. So it has created this entire conversation of whether that statute of limitations is benefiting the abuser or the victim. Now, I also want to note, lastly, that you may have
It's a good conversation.
neither Cassie or Diddy mentioned each other in their respective statements about this video. Well, Wolf, that's because in their settlement agreement, I have learned from sources they cannot speak about one another.
Oh, I was wondering. I was saying he didn't apologize to Cassie. He ain't allowed to say her name.
I want to get some more on all of this with CNN entertainment reporter Lisa Respers France and attorney and legal affairs commentator Ariva Martin. And Lisa, what do you make of, first of all, of this first statement from Cassie since the release of that horrible, horrible, awful video?
I can tell you that she's being hailed by many people for speaking on domestic violence, but also because she really speaks, it seems like, from the heart. When people juxtapose her statement with Diddy's apology from a couple days ago, they're seeing a decided difference. It feels like she really wants to be of service. As Elizabeth mentioned, she reaches out to those who are already, in a similar situation. And I just feel like a lot of people feel for her, but also they are happy that she's speaking up. It should not take
Cassie, a beautiful girl.
To see a video of someone being abused to believe the abuse.
Look at her, she fine.
Ariva, Cassie doesn't
beating on her, punching on her, bro.
A brutal video of Combs attacking her in that hotel, but it is a very powerful statement addressing domestic violence as an
She trying to
important
put her
issue.
sneaks
So
on,
what
pressing the
can we do?
elevator. Look at this dude,
Well,
bro.
one, just kudos to her. Bravo to her for having the courage to speak up after having to be triggered, I'm sure, and to relive the horrors of that video. It was horrible for us to watch it, but she was the person that actually experienced the abuse from P. Diddy for not
Look at
just,
this bull,
in that
bro.
one incident, but from what we know from that lawsuit, a repeated course of abuse that she received. And I think what's important about her statement also is hopefully it will encourage states that have opened up their statute of limitations for civil suits for victims of this kind of violence, also to look at those criminal statutes. The district attorney in Los Angeles said there will be no criminal charges despite us witnessing what is criminal conduct on that video. So as we are opening up these statutes for civil suits, and money is good, but criminal conduct needs to be held accountable in criminal court. So I hope we start to see some extension of statutes in states so that victims like Cassie and others can have their day in court and can get justice, and that predators like Diddy will be held criminally accountable.
Lisa, as more disturbing allegations against Combs have been coming to light, it seems to have given strength to other accusers to come forward. What does this say about the changing culture and the responsibility of the entertainment community right now?
Well, Wolf, oftentimes when these things happen, people initially want to say, oh, she's lying, she just wants money. And this is why it's so important for people like Cassie to come forward, because it allows people to be able to see
She
that
beautiful,
when
bro.
you have money
She
and you have power,
beautiful.
it
Look
can
at her.
insulate you from things like this. I've
What?
said this before, that I'd heard rumors about bad behavior from Diddy for years, but people did not come forward because they were afraid. She was empowered to do so. She filed her
Tripping, Diddy.
suit,
You
and
tripping, young
the
boy.
response that we're seeing, even though
My
there
young
seems to
boy
be
now. You're not even an
rumors
OG
of,
no more. You my
her own
young boy.
story, I think overwhelmingly people supporting her is
Tripping,
starting
little
to shift
bro.
the tide, which says that just because you're a man of power, just because you're a person of power, a person who's wealthy, does not mean that you should be able to get away with things like this. So I think we're
No.
definitely seeing a bit of a shift in the culture.
Ariva, Combs is facing multiple lawsuits. Federal agents, as you know, recently raided his homes in California and Florida. What does this accountability look like for Diddy from a legal standpoint?
Well, we know, as I just
Got a
said, Wolf,
SWAT
not
going in
likely to
there.
be any charges filed by him by the Los Angeles County District Attorney, but that Homeland Security raid, that's pretty significant to have federal agents raid not one but two of your homes and stop you in the airport and to confiscate items from your person means that there is an active investigation, or at least
They
there
all
was
in,
one
little
when those
broker.
raids took place.
Huh.
And we may still see Diddy held accountable in a federal court because those human trafficking, sex trafficking
Them sex trafficking
allegations that are in
Jones.
some of those civil lawsuits, we've been told that they are what the federal investigators are actually looking at as they are investigating his conduct. So it is not clear to me at all that he is out of legal jeopardy as it relates to some kind of criminal accountability. So I think this is a case that's going to continue to perhaps lead to the kind of charges that I think are important and required given the conduct that we saw in that video.
Yeah, Ariva
Yeah.
Martin, Lisa Respers France, to both of you, thank you very much. And to our viewers, if you or someone you know is struggling with domestic violence,
Diddy, you got him
why
giving
don't
out
you
the domestic
contact
violence
the National
hotline on you.
Domestic Violence Hotline online.
Look, this how we gonna give it up on this joint. What's up, G? All right, Diddy's a nut. I look at him as a nutty bull. It's a lot of girls from my city who would have turned him every which way but loose. He know which ones to play with. The little skinny Cassie, about $130, 5'4", $130. He looked like he was maybe 5'10", 205 in that video. Not cool. You get what I'm saying? For the dudes that was taking up for taking up for Diddy, we got Slim Thug, who came out. He always should have shut up. We need to stop listening to him for going forward because you ain't know nothing about it. We thought you was an insider, and then you ended up knowing nothing, but you was talking. Then for the other dudes that's trying to slide underneath like the radar, you get what I'm saying? They was just taking up for him, and now they trying to like unfollow him and do all that weird stuff. No, hold them to the fire. I don't care what city they from. They weirdos for that. You get what I'm saying? They weirdos for that. So with that being said, we're gonna keep our foot on Diddy's neck. I ain't letting up. I ain't giving no passes. Because I think just over the years, he's been way too egregious. It's like too many of our greats got X'd out in different ways messing with this dude, man. So with that being said, it's your boy, What's Up, G? And we're gonna tap in on that model who just opened up a new charge on him to see what's going on with that. Because we don't got love for sex traffickers. They like, oh, you bringing that? We're not bringing down a black man. This is a sex trafficker. He was beating women into submission and then sex trafficking them. What ain't y'all getting? We don't see a problem with that. What if that was your aunt? What if that was your mom? What if that was your sister? What if that was your daughter? No. We're gonna carry it on the internet the same way we would carry it if you was to my face. All right, it's your boy, What's Up, G? I'm gonna keep you updated on this. Like, comment, subscribe. If you messing with my message, if you messing with my platform, come rock with me. Show me some love. Let me know you got love for me, because we trying to get to that foul wow. You get what I'm saying? We ain't get there yet, but we moving there slowly but surely. All right, I'm out, y'all. Love y'all. That boy Diddy, boy, he got the domestic violence hotline coming up at the end of his joint. Boy, you better get out of here with that.